Will unlocking his lost memories be enough to help Father Matt in defeating his own personal demons? Well, let's hop into the pages of Daredevil issue number 6 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last issue left off, Matt is decompressing following his last battle with She-Hulk, who had been possessed by an evil demonic spirit of gluttony hell-bent on destroying him. She wasn't the first either. A lot of Matt's other closest friends and allies have been possessed recently, and well, he's starting to really get down on himself in that way that only people with really crippling Catholic guilt can do. Thankfully, Matt really does have a bunch of good people around him who can stop him from spiraling, be it Father Javi, who reminds him that, hey, forgiveness and mercy kinda comes with the whole priesthood bag, and that Matt should really be more forgiving of himself in the way that he's forgiving of everyone else around him. And then there's also Dr. Strange, Marvel's resident magic man, who has come to try and offer Matt some occult insight into these devils who are after him, and well, wouldn't you know it, the secrets may have always existed within Matt himself. You remember how at the end of the previous Daredevil series, Matt had gone literally into hell itself to rescue his friends. He also died there and was seemingly resurrected. It seems that that didn't sit well with the demons of hell, meaning that these devils have been specially dispatched to go after Matt and drag his soul back down into the dark abysses of hell. And because these are Matt's very own personal demons, it means that Dr. Strange sadly just can't whip together some sort of magical cure-all to defeat them. No, poor Father Matt is just going to have to deal with the remaining 4 devils on his own, but Dr. Strange does actually allow Matt to take an inward journey into his own mind, in hopes of unclouding some of his lost memories. We're treated to a really beautiful little page here wherein we see Matt Murdock's entire life as Daredevil laid plain. Across a haunting red neon Hell's Kitchen, we have all of his fights with the Kingpin, the Chemical Truck, Elektra, Black Widow, his own father, Batlin Jack. It's all there, and it's a great image. I would totally hang this up as a poster if I could. It's also while taking a walking tour of his own mind, Father Matt ends up coming face to face with the devil. Well, a version of the devil. Again, there's so many different devils in the Marvel Universe right now, it's hard to tell which one's the real Lucifer and which one's just a pretender. Either way, though, Matt ends up seeing himself reflected in the devil's eyes and hears a voice that is most definitely more human. A voice that taunts him over his own sins before eventually taking the form of a dark, shadowy Matt Murdock with 2 D's on his chest. I gotta say, I actually really like this design. Matt grapples with this darker version of himself and almost succumbs before remembering the conversation he had with Father Javi about mercy. How it's greater than any judgment and that God is ultimately light. In doing so, Matt ends up doing something that I really didn't see coming. I guess he unlocks the part of his mind that allowed him to attain that special holy white form from the end of the previous run. I also feel like I should really make a Gandalf the White joke here somewhere, but I just cannot make it fit to save my life. Having unlocked some of his lost memories and clad in white, Daredevil remembers that he's also still fighting a battle against the Heat, a brand new criminal organization that has only grown in power in Hell's Kitchen. Following the end of that Spider-Man gang war event, which ended up really totaling a lot of their competition, Matt takes the fight to the streets, but still ends up mostly empty-handed. It seems whoever is running the Heat is really good at hiding their identity. The grunts have no real ideas, and only after working the streets is Matt ultimately sent in the direction of the very famous bar with no name. A sleazy hangout for supervillains and other low-lives who Daredevil admits he has spent one too many nights of his life indulging in the sin of wrath, and as he makes it to the bar's front door, he sees that he's not the only one giving in to wrath tonight, as Wolverine of the X-Men is there carving up the local bargoers. And it's on that note right there the comic comes to a close, everybody, and so that was Daredevil issue number 6, and once again, I'm really enjoying what this series has to offer. I tip my hat to Saladin Ahmed for offering up such good connective tissue with the last run. Right down to bringing back white-suited Daredevil, which he didn't have to do, and saying that this new problem with devils is related to Matt's mysterious resurrection. It's all good stuff and rewarding you if you've been reading Daredevil for a long long period of time like I have and like I'm sure many of you out there have been. It's also just really damn cool to see Wolverine show up for a cameo too. It feels like for the last couple of years the X-Men have been both literally and figuratively on their own little island, and while plenty of books crossed over with them, you never really saw them hop over to other books as much. And if any person from Matt's past was going to be possessed by the Devil of Wrath, I can't think of a better person than the old knucklehead himself, Wolverine. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one another 8 out of 10. This series continues to be really consistent, and I think it's been flying under a lot of people's radar, which is a shame because I think this will ultimately go down as another great chapter in the ever-expanding saga that is Daredevil.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.